Hello everyone and welcome back to the Atlassian Community Roundup for the month of March. As always, I've got a ton of great content for you this month, so let's not waste any more time and dive right in. Okay, we've got an action-packed set of things for you this month, so we're going to be starting with a little bit of hype for Team 23 because let's be honest, that is the biggest thing that's coming up around the corner. And the very first thing I'm going to do is just point you to the entire collection itself. There are a number of our amazing, wonderful marketplace and solutions partners who have posted adverts for what booth you can find them at, and a sneak peek of the things that they're going to be showing off on the Expo Hall floor. I don't want to play any favorites, but I'm going to just point you at this collection and say, go check them all out. If you're going to be attending in person, make note of the booth numbers for those that you want to see. Next up, have you heard who is going to be speaking? The keynote speakers, James Cameron and Van Jones, were announced quite some time ago now, but near the beginning of March. They have wonderful keynotes if you've read the article itself. If you haven't, go check it out. This will be something that will be available both in the digital and in-person events, so be sure to try and see if you can schedule it around that if you are only attending the digital, that you are able to watch what's going to be happening in person. Make sure that you make it to the keynotes because you aren't going to want to miss these. Next up, while the call out for this has ended, if you are involved in the community or the university through certifications, there was a call for some special speaking sessions that are going to be happening. The reason I'm bringing this one up is that if you weren't aware that that's happening and you're going to be attending in person, be sure to keep an eye on the schedule for these specific speaking topics. There will be some really good speakers who are going to be talking about how being a part of the community or earning certifications has really helped affect their career and their life in general. So you are going to want to make sure that you make that a part of your in-person event stops. Next, a really good fun one. Kate's given us a sneak peek into what the Bash theme is going to be, which is going to be early 2000s popular music. We have already started a bit of a playlist of early 2000 popular songs. Go and check out the collection that she has added, and feel free to add to it if you think that there's something missing, or, go and add them all to a Spotify playlist so that you can just enjoy them as they are. Next, so we have a theme for March, which was all about jobs and careers, and this is a fantastic article that the Atlassian community managers put together, showcasing some of our amazing leaders and how they pivoted their careers. So this is something that if you want to learn a little bit about how people, started in one field and then completely went into a different direction, and now they're in the Atlassian ecosystem, go check it out. There's some really inspirational stories here. If you have been wondering how to earn a certification and you don't know where to start, this is the article for you. This has the university team talking about all the things that you'll want to consider as far as what is the right certification for you to start going down the path of, and then how you should get all the information you need to, and what you should do to prepare. And then just a shameless self promo. If you go over to my certification collection on the YouTube videos, I have a whole series on how to prepare for a number of the various certifications. That's just a little bit of extra help for you. Next up, we've got a whole bunch of really fun articles that people have posted. First up, Rodney Nissen, the Jira guy, has found a really cool way to organize and track Pokemon within Jira. I'm not going to say any more than that. If that intrigues you, go read the article. That alone should give you an insight into some of the fun ways that you can use Jira for interesting use cases. Next, Gal had shared some highlights from a recent local in-person event where they had a marketplace vendor come out and share some best practices on DevOps for Jira administrators. So that is taking the processes that you would do with your production software and then applying them to your Atlassian instance. These were really insightful to me. I highly recommend just reading through this. There were definitely some things that I realized I'm not doing to the best of my ability, and you might learn something yourself. Next, we've all talked about imposter syndrome, and Depashu has a really good write-up here on a number of the key signs and symptoms, as well as some of the things that we can do to fight through it. And more importantly, this was also a precursor to an in-person event that they held. Probably has passed at this point, but this was a precursor to an event that was going to be held. So I'm going to also just plug right now, if you haven't taken a look at local Atlassian in-person events near you, you should go and check them out, because they're not all about the Atlassian products. Some of them are covering some of these more softer skill things like how to battle imposter syndrome. Go check this one out. It was a really good read. Next, Taylor has given us the part 2 to boosting productivity with a marketing team in Jira and Confluence. It was about 2 years ago that the first one was posted. We now have the second one, and I can't wait to read the third part, because this second part was very, very good. Next, moving into sort of more of the news side of things, I felt like this one kind of crossed that boundary between announcements and news. If you want to have your voice and your say and opinions on the order in which Atlassian works on various features and how the various products are shaped, you should really join the Atlassian research group. This article details some of the key things that you can affect and some of the benefits you will gain as being a part of that. And in addition, having been a part of it myself, I can say that there are things that I have been able to influence, and it's really cool to see that things that I had provided as feedback are actually being incorporated into the products, and it makes me feel as though I'm actually a part of the decision-making process. If you want to feel that way too, go sign up for the research group. You won't be involved in absolutely everything, but you'll definitely be involved in certain things, especially those that you're more passionate about. So you'll want to definitely do this if this is something that's feels important to you. Moving on to more of the news, Trello has released a new template all around better work habits. This one seemed really cool to me, and I thought I would share it out. If that alone, just better work habits as a Trello template, sounds interesting to you, go check it out. Next, so Atlassian has a release notes blog, and they are in the process of deprecating that in favor of this new feature that is in your Atlassian organization directly on cloud, and that is under the product section. There is now going to be a products updates. So you can, from your Atlassian cloud organization, go to the product updates and see what's new, what's coming soon, all tailored around the products that you are using and you are interested in. Now, the one caveat is you do need to be an organization administrator in order to see this set of updates, but I thought it was really cool that they are bringing the updates in-house into the product, and it's going to be more tailored towards what you're using so that you can keep an eye on the things that are important to your company, and you can share those out to people as you see things coming up. Next, if you haven't used Atlas yet, there's a great demo video here, as well as some more resources to help you get started. I'm personally using Atlas, and I highly recommend everyone try it out and see if it will just help you eliminate that one status meeting a week where all it is just people going around the room giving their statuses. All of that stuff can be put asynchronously into Atlas, and you can remove a meeting where everyone's just sitting around wasting a bunch of time waiting for other people to give their 5-second update. If there are things that need to be dove into deeper, then more involved conversations can happen with the people that affects, as opposed to everyone, wasting some time sitting around in a meeting room that probably could have just been a status update in Atlas. Finally, in our news, and this one I'm super excited about, probably more so than I should be, but syntax highlighting is now available in Bitbucket pull requests. I'm a very visual person, so this is going to make my code reviews of pull requests so much easier when I can see that syntax highlighting, and that helps me differentiate between what are keywords, what are variable names, and what is an actual function. Anyway, this is a minor visual change, but I'm super excited about that. As you know, we also have many trending discussions, a few questions left out in the cold, and an automation corner. Be sure to check those out as well for any more information that you want. And that's all I have for you for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you are going to be attending Team 23 in person, please be sure to find me somewhere around that event. I would love to say hello, do a meet and greet with anyone who is interested in stopping by. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the month, and we'll see you at the end of April.